Producers have a need to get all the cash they can possibly get from any beat sale that they make. But the problem is really rooted in the producer contract and which clauses they have in there to get all the money that they're trying to get from this beat sale right here. At this moment, if you're using a contract or you have a Google contract or a contract you drafted up on Chat GPT, don't do that. But if you did that, you're probably missing these clauses in there, right? One of them is probably going to be there, but it's going to be written so wrong. Now, while you're clueless about what to do, I'm going to break down these three clauses that you need, or some of them that you may never heard of before, right here, coming up on the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham, and let me tell you something. I'm all about making the cash flow in this music game. So if you're a producer or you're a record company, and you need to make sure that the money flows from you as a record company to your producers so these producers can keep coming back, bring you the crack that you need to push your artists out there, then we need to talk about the three phases of a producer contract that many of you all miss or might not know about, so we can get the cash flowing properly through this game, through this industry. You get what I'm saying? So now, the first place we want to take a look at here is the royalty. Now, many new producers are coming from leasing land and have never heard of this. For as long as I've been doing this channel, y'all, I know a lot of you have never heard of the royalty because only thing you're concerned about is getting the lease. As long as you can get the lease, then everything is good with you, right? And that may be cool, but once you graduate to your first buyout, which is going to happen, you need to know the money you need to make. And this is the number one thing right here. Okay. However, this is the fastest way you can make money as a producer if you sold the master rights of your beats to a record label that actually knows how to promote records and does good business. It gets paid out with literally no strings attached as far as collection fees. You know, so that's if you have a manager or something. But after you recoup your advance, let's say somebody paid you $1,000, they had made $1,000 back already. You know, and according to the agreement that we can go deeper into in the 60-day record label course you see on the right-hand side, you know, this one right here is the one that goes straight into your pocket. The only person that's taking a piece is Uncle Sam. Other than that, we good to go, baby. So the royalty is something as a producer you really need to understand. But this is going to be your number one way to make money. I hate when I see producers say, hey, man, just give me 50-50 on the publishing. You can take everything. I don't like that. All right, record one. Still lingering on from the producer royalty is the record one clause. This retroactively gives you your producer royalties from the first record sold or the first stream after your producer advance is recouped. OGs know about this one, newbies don't, but you can really get a quick boost depending on how big your advance was. So so here's the scenario and why I believe, and I'm pretty sure, and is my understanding that this came about because after the 90s, when they used to, still pay producers to go in for their time, you're not getting that money unless you're like a real A-list producer right now, and you still may not be getting paid for your time to go in the studio. So you used to get paid for the time that it took to go into the studio and work with the artist, even if you didn't produce any records that the record company wanted. You still had to get paid for your time. Well, after a while, they said, well, look, this clause was always around, but they were like, look, let's just rely on it. If we're already giving them record one, then let's not pay them for their time to go into the studio and actually work with the artist, and let's pay them record one. What this does is this gives you that boost, like I just said. It's like a bonus. You get this boost after you recoup your $500 or your $1,000. They have to go back to the first time someone pressed play, a monetary play, and pay you from there all the way up to the $1,000. So what essentially happens is you get a bonus of $1,000. They advance you $1,000. The label may take, 6 months to recoup that. If it's an independent label and it's a small indie, it may take 6 months. Once they get the $1,000 up, then they can pay you out the bonus. Or they can pay you double until they pay down the bonus. Either way, it's all on how the record label wants to work it. If I was a producer and I really wanted to make my money, because you already ain't making no money as it is, I would have this in my contract. Chat GPT ain't doing that. Sound exchange letter of direction. Check this out. All new music producers leave this one out. I don't care who you are, and new artists. mainly because new artists and new producers starting out don't have Sound Exchange accounts, and you're also at the mercy of the artist and their teams sending this notice to Sound Exchange. Okay? This right here, this is always money that goes undetected. People know how to register ASCAP and BMI, and that's about it. I mean, I'm not to toot my own horn. I made the 60-day record label course you see down here for stuff like this. Because once you create your Sound Exchange account, they don't just automatically pay you, right? There's things you have to do. But if you're a producer or the artist said, hey, look, I'm going to let the producer get some royalties from my Sound Exchange, which is written in legislation from the U.S. government. You can do that. I'm going to let the songwriter get a little bit of some change. What they have to do is either their lawyer or their manager or just somebody who's on the administrative side of the artist team has to send in what's called a letter of direction to Sound Exchange to let Sound Exchange know that this artist does want to pay these people a portion of their royalties. This rarely happens simply for the fact that people just don't know how to do it, don't care to do it, or for some reason, I can't figure out why creatives just don't want to get paid. Like, everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to get money. It doesn't make any sense to me. But this is one of the key clauses that I see all producers leave out because they don't know that it's actually supposed to be in the contract. You got to put this in there. You get what I'm saying? Now, it feels like there are more clauses that I need, right? Of course there are. I'm not giving you everything on here, but yeah, for sure there's more. Inside of this course right here, there's a producer contract portion of it. And I break down a full, thorough producer contract in there so you'll know how to use it and you'll know more about these clauses that I'm talking about. Now, what if the artist or label doesn't agree to these clauses? Which is a very good question. 90% of the time, they will. They will. The other 10% of people that won't honor these clauses are either inexperienced or trying to screw you. And that's my point. The royalty is a standard clause now. I mean, I know it's customary, but the producer royalty is a standard clause. Record one is a standard clause. And Sound Exchange is a standard clause. Producers, the people who you're going to have trouble with is the inexperienced independent record label owner, the inexperienced artist who doesn't, understand how to make the, like Billy Paul, let the dollar circulate. Like, they don't understand how to do that. You get what I'm saying? And they're going to say, we're not doing none of this stuff. I'm taking it all. Those people usually don't last long in the game. I'm just saying. And if that's the case and you're dealing with these type of people, sometimes you got to chalk some stuff up to the game, but just don't do business with them no more. Or just say, I won't do business with you if you won't agree to these terms and you can't have the beat. And if you put out the beat, I'm suing you for more than I'm trying to charge you right now. So there you go. And in that case, if I was suing somebody for more than what I was charging them for the beat simply because they wanted to put it out anyway, I would go after their personal assets. I'm just saying, because I already know they didn't take the 60-day record label course and set up their company the right way. Now, I've tried going 50% on a producer royalty before. Why didn't it work? Here's why. Because that's too high for a record label to make any money. 15% is still pushing it. If they give you a fair buyout price. You get what I'm saying? So we want to work on these 3 royalties. Get them massaged in the contract the right way so we can make the cash flow from the record label, not break the record label, and everybody can be fair and everything can be amicable. We want to do this the right way, and these are the 3 main gems that are left out of the recording agreement. This one is not paid out due to pure negligence. Newbies just don't know about this one, and new record label owners don't want to pay this because for some reason, I think they're going to go broke or whatever. They feel like they're going to go broke, but that's not the case. So I don't know. To help all of you all out, I built this course that's going to help you set up your LLCs, your BMI and ASCAP publishers and writers account, your Sound Exchange stuff like we just said, domestic and international royalty collection. I mean, you name it, you can see what's on the inside right here on the right-hand side. But the key point about this is this is going to build everything for you, for artists, producers, record label owners, publishing company owners, managers, and many more people who need a music structure, who are going to collect intellectual property in this music game. You all need this course because this is going to put you way ahead of the pack in 60 days for someone that would take, around 6 months to a year to get this done. I don't want you sitting around Thanksgiving next year and you're talking about the same thing. $275, that's it, or 5 easy payments of $55. book a call with me because we got some strategies to develop here. Like your label's gonna be set. I guarantee you that. And if anybody who's going through the label course now or who's ever been through the book, if they would drop a comment down below and tell people how thorough it is, I would really appreciate it. Because to be honest with you, once you're done, you're going to have the pressure on your back to say, hey, I got to go now because I have this thing done. It's actually, it's functioning. It's going to work. And then therefore we'll get together on a call and we'll develop a strategy, because by then you'll be like, yo, I'm ready. Case, I'm ready, man. Let's do it. So grab the free stuff below if this is your first time checking out the video. But here's the thing. I want you new producers to understand that the 3 top clauses that don't get agreed upon in music producer contracts are the royalty, the main thing that you need, the record 1 clause, and the sound exchange letter of direction. But if you ever really want to make some serious money after your advance check as a producer, you need to settle on those 3 clauses, because this is going to really take your game to the next level. It's going to give you cash flow to keep floating down the stream. And then from there, we can build a bigger producer empire. And in record labels, you can have, you'll have more producers come to you because you do more fair deals. So hopefully this could give you some clarity on how, as a producer, you can make more money, and as a record label, how you can be more fair in your deals so people keep coming back. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Visit musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, grab the free stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace.